because when I say I wanna pray verse, and then my friends say, I think that you can just leave it for a while because it's very crucial to do this group meeting or something like that because we have a project, right, homework and something like
Yeah.
that. And I say, oh, no trespassing. This area under video surveillance 24 hours.
Okay.
The prosecutor will be prosecuted. I and him really scared at the time, so we run to our hotel. When we come back to our hotel, we met two police. Racism is real, you know.
Okay.
People, I mean, like Islamophobia is real, right?
Okay.
So somehow people being
Eits, subscribe dulu.
Assalamualaikum Nopriyama.
Waalaikumsalam.
How can I call you? Riski or Nopriyama or Kino?
Yeah, yeah. Maybe people may call me in different nickname, but you can call me just Riski
Okay, Riski.
to make us to make me like comfortable because we often call you can often call my name Riski, right?
Okay, Riski. Okay, Riski, this is your third time sitting on that chair. And surprisingly, every time you sit there, there is a new brick of that you have broken up. So what is the new boundaries that you have broken up this day? Could
Okay.
you tell us?
Yeah. Last time maybe it's around last year that I talk here, especially talking about Papua when I was working there. But after that, I now just graduate from the non-degree program in the YSEALI academic fellowship in the United States. And I learned specifically about innovation, entrepreneurship, and economic empowerment in the University of Connecticut. So it's like really fresh because like still 3 days. I'm in Aceh, and I feel like still jet lag because like 13 hours difference between Aceh and United States, right?
Yeah. So you apply for YSEALI. You joined for the program of YSEALI, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I have ever heard about this program YSEALI, and I think that is difficult program to apply. How can you apply and got selection for the program?
Yeah, actually, it's quite competitive. If I have ever heard that it is around 1 to 2% of competitiveness. So maybe like around 3,000 applicant in this year. We have 40 Indonesian representative in the program, and of course we have different cohort. Basically, YSEALI academic fellowship is only one of the program, but it is like the I can say like for the 18 to 25 years old youth, um, we have different background, and then of course we there are four team, like specifically for me I'm in entrepreneurship, but the other one is like in civic engagement, also in the society and governance, and the other one is a natural resource. So we learn in different angle and also in different state. For like me, I live in the East Coast. So if you have like Boston, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and also Washington, around that. So I live around that. Like,
Okay.
yeah.
So how can you got selected for the program? Because you applied, you passed the program in one shot. Many people try to apply it many times, but they do not got selected by the for the program. But you passed that in one shot. How?
Yeah, fortunately, I got my first shot, but actually when I applied, I never expect that. I have prepared for the second time if I'm not made it in the first time, because I think it's my experience to apply for Wesley. Before this, I have ever like applied for other scholarship when I was in bachelor degree, and I have that experience. And in Wesley, it's quite simple because we only have two selection process. There is administrative process and also interview process. So in administrative, they will ask about your background, and also about three questions about yourself, about briefly introducing yourself, and also what have you done through your issue, and how Wisely can help you to address your issue. So basically, they just want to know three things. So this is for the applicant that want to apply for this program. You might look in the Google and just type down like Wisely Academic Fellowship. If you are around 18 to 25, you are eligible. It is fun if you are not bachelor degree or master degree, even we just like graduate from our senior high school, you can still apply it as long as you are around that age. So three things that you must that I think I focus on is that the first is why my issue. So issue that I'm trying to address or I'm trying to contribute is about blue economy. It is about how to protect the ocean from the plastic danger. So I was initiate the initiative of Environmental Innovator, my platform. We focus to campaign about sustainability, and in order to make sure that the business could find the eco-friendly alternative, because like plastic never can be composed. And imagine that if there is a plastic in the ocean, it will very much harming ourselves when we found out many fish, and you eat that fish while that fish has a lot of microplastic around that. So it's a very pressing issue. So the first is that I know my issue. The second is what I have done to address the issue. And the third is I try to say why I need United States or why I need to learn wisely in order to improve myself when I'm back to my home country. So that's all that the essay is about.
So all of that essay motivate you to apply for the YSEALI.
Yeah. Then the other thing, I have always a dream to study in United States
Okay.
since I was a child, because like when I was a child, my teacher told me that I'm a Mr. Bean because I cannot read, I cannot write as fast as the other, and I almost cannot go to my next grade. And then when I know the Mr. Bean is like one of the in actual life, he's the professor in Oxford, right, in United Kingdom, and I curious about I want to be someone that learn in abroad. So that's why I really want to be in the United States. I really glad that I made it.
So you're one of the people who got influenced by American dreams. Okay. What are the most important lesson you gain when you join the YSEALI program?
Yeah, to be honest, I have a lot. But let me tell one thing. Wisely is really amazing, truly amazing program because it allow everyone from different background. One of it is my roommate in Boston. He is blind, completely
Oh,
blind. He cannot see
yeah.
anything. And imagine like when I'm being his roommate, I'm trying to do my best, right? I'm trying to explain everything. Like he already go that far from Thailand to America to United States, and then but he cannot see, he cannot see that city, the beautiful scenery and countryside stuff. So I'm trying to explain. In nearby you there is a tree, a cherry blossom is like a pink and something like that. I'm trying to explain to him because he was blind when he was 7 years old. So actually he knows the color, but he cannot see right now. And then it gave me new perspective. Like I try to empathize him. Like imagine that if I am him, am I have the eagerness to live? Am I have eagerness to learn something new? Am I have eagerness to see the world? Even I cannot see, because the thing is, why I want to go abroad because I can see that. But if I cannot see that, do I still want to go abroad? But I see him; he's really persistent. He own coffee shop. He can play piano, and even he can read by hand because that blind can read by their hand, and he has been trained for that. And also I'm yeah, it is also enhance my cultural sensitivity at the same time, because um I'm trying to say to him like, oh, I will pray first, if you wanna go somewhere you can go. And then he just like remember every way, even just only one time to see. So it's so amazing. So it is my experience as well. And then also in United States, the word of volunteer is being their culture. So every week I work in different place. One of the place is like I have been to blind school in the Boston. Yeah, I'm not mistaken, in the Boston. So I learn a lot from the teacher there and the lecture on how they provide many activity for the blind. And yeah, of course, and then most of them may not get a high salary,
Yeah.
but they still want to do that, and voluntary.
Okay.
And somehow I meet a lot of American that not really care about money and just doing something volunteer as long as they can live. That's all.
Okay.
There's
That is,
also another amazing
yeah,
experience.
that is so interesting story. So, many people from like youngster,
Hmm.
from rural area or from developing countries, fear when they want to apply for the program international program, they feel insecurity because do I eligible for
Yeah.
applying the program? So, what do you think about this statement, this perspective?
Yeah. Yeah, this is a very interesting topic to be discussed because in one of my conversation with US student, I asked, "Do you have eagerness or do you want to study in Ivy League?" Because it's really close to Ivy League. I have been to Yale, Harvard, MIT, Pennsylvania, and several Ivy League, and it is so close to them, right? But they choose to not in the Ivy League, and then I asked why, and they say that in United States it is not easy to gain a scholarship. Even if they gain a scholarship, it is only like partial or 75% of scholarship.
Hmm.
It's a very rare to get a full scholarship. And just imagine in Indonesia, we have a lot of scholarship. And I think I want to tackle the thing. I mean, like, I want to say to everyone who feel inferior because of coming from the rural area, or might be coming from the low income family, something like that. Actually, it is a privilege because when you tell it in any scholarship opportunity, people will empathize to you and know the urgency of giving you the money to go abroad, because that experience that you gain will help you to address your own regional challenge, right? Because something like this, a scholarship always look for someone who try to contribute and to um, to move forward or solving the status quo issue, right?
Yeah.
When you live with the many issue around you, many challenge, of course you have the privilege to see exactly what faced by your community, compared to the one that live in the city and do not feel what we have felt in the village, right?
Yeah.
So there's a truly a privilege because you can see it, you can tell that you live by that. When I write my essay, so I write that I live in the in the coastal community. So I'm not only talking about microplastic because of but I do not feel or being a part of community that eat that microplastic fish, but I feel that. So it's
Okay.
quite more connected when I say that compared to someone who is not there. So there's also when I also some of my friend that gain a Harvard scholarship in from LPDP. Um, LPDP is scholarship from Indonesian, right? From the Ministry of Finance, right? And then most of them gain scholarship because they know very well about their own hometown. They know very
Okay.
well what is the challenge, and they try to they try to address this challenge. So yeah, that's the thing. And then one more, because we live in Indonesia, we have a lot of scholarship in Indonesia. In United States, there is G1 visa, like this program. YSEALI is not the only program that allow you to go abroad in United States,
Okay.
but there is also CEE, cultural exchange, education, also CIC, and many more. You can just prompt in AI and ask G1 visa United States, and it all will be uh, deliver in AI.
Okay. As you mentioned before, this even this international program YSEALI is very competitive, right? So, the word of competitive is very, how to say, maybe for a youngster who don't have any like experience in volunteering or joining for the many seminar or like internship, they don't have a lot of experience, do they eligible to uh, got selected for uh, the program like YSEALI? Yeah, because they feel insecurity. Oh, many people who join this program are awesome, they have a
Yeah.
lot of experience.
Yeah, that's a very great question because many friends ask the same question. I don't have any experience. Am I eligible? Do I have opportunity? So the answer is yes. So the first step to gain any scholarship is that to know about yourself, to know about your need. There's a there's a very essential because many people may have a lot of experience but don't know very well about their need. So I have a friend of there is a friend of mine that being selected and accepted in this program do not have that lot of experience. She just like a new student, a fresh student, and second semester in the University of Sriwijaya.
So the participant for YSEALI also.
Yeah,
Okay.
that being in United States with me.
Okay.
But she knows very well what she need. I mean, she knows very well about what she want to learn in United States, and that's what she need in order to support her in her study.
Okay.
So it is that simple. She even doesn't have any volunteer experience or even internship and something. Just a fresh grade. I mean, like just a fresh student that still fresh graduate from senior high school. Yeah, something
Okay.
like that. So it is like one of the example, but it's only one. There are many of them like that. So the verse is to know about what we need is the first step, and secondly, if you have the experience, it will be much more supporting you as well because it will give you the understanding about the issue, about the problem that you face, and then if you just imagine if you are from zero, you learn in United States, you might be in second level, for instance. But if you are already in the church and you learn in United States, you will be in the 6 or 7 levels, right?
Okay.
So that's why you don't need to be worried about it.
Okay. So how many countries join for the program?
It's all from Southeast Asia for the YSEALI, and then Timor Leste as well.
So when you met with a lot of people from different background, what is the most lesson you gain from the people when you interact with others youngster from different country?
The difference.
Yeah, what the knowledge
Oh.
or the lesson you gain when you communicate with the people from different country with the youngster?
Yeah. I think one of the memorable thing that I learned is about empathy to others. Like when I was work in Papua, for instance, I live with the community that have a lot of religion, right?
Yeah.
They somehow they are animism, dynamisms, and also a Protestant and something. Even they have different religion with me, but they do have religion. So when I say that I wanna pray, they understand that and they respect me, right? But when it comes to having a friend that is atheist, that is not believed to the religion, it's quite challenging at first because when I say I wanna pray verse, and then my friends say, uh, um, I think that you can just leave it for a while because it's very crucial to do this group meeting or something like that because we have a project, right, homework and something like that. And I say, oh, I think because I have, but I think I need to pray right now for just for a while. It's not easy for them to accept it because
Okay.
like, oh, it's a cultural stuff. It isn't optional. It's not something mandatory. The homework is mandatory. Yeah, that's the thing. So the ability to tell my friends in the language that he or she understand, is what I learned. Because I say, oh yeah, there's I also there's a moment that I said that I really respect him as well, or her, by what he or she believe. But at the same time, when she accept and allow me to do what I need to do in my religion, it's also a part of respecting me, right?
Yeah.
So it is like the inter learning between me and him.
Yeah.
He might learn about having a Muslim friend, and I also learn about how having an atheist friend. Right.
Yeah,
So
that is great. Okay, I forget to ask you one thing. Many people when want to join the program international program, they afraid about the English proficiency. Right. So when they apply, do I do they ask for about my English how proficiency? What do you think when you apply about this YC program? Do they ask for your English certificate?
Yeah, in YSEALI you don't have to have like an IELTS or TOEFL something like that. There is none of that. The thing is only in the interview you speak English, and it is fine if you made a mistake in grammar, and maybe in this recording we might make a mistake in pronunciation.
This
and
is not
grammar.
IELTS test.
Yeah, but this is not an IELTS test. So
Yeah.
it is the same in the YSEALI. So in the interview, the thing is that you can deliver about very well about it. I mean, it is fine if you made a pronunciation mistake or grammatical mistake, because they are not judge you by the grammar, they judge you by your content. So that's a very crucial. That's a good question, and that's very important because many people not apply for international opportunity because they do not have any IELTS or TOEFL something like that. But
Okay.
actually, it's not in the all the program requires that. Wisely, CIC and many program even do not have submission for the IELTS. So
Okay. So that is great information to know.
yeah.
Yeah. So how many Muslim will join the program at the moment?
In my university, only 5.
So are you were you facing the difficulties as Muslim when do you want to do worship when you in United
Yeah,
States? Are they Muslim friendly?
Yep. Yeah, there's a tight question actually. So there is a story in my first day. I'm looking for Moscow, and there is a place that is there is a religious worship place, so you can find a church, mosque, and anything around that. But I need to walk 30 minutes. So in the early morning, I and my friend from Cambodia he is my roommate, from Philippines. So we walked to the mosque, and then you know what? When in front of the mosque, I say to my friend like, let's join this mosque. Let's see inside, because when Jum'ah prayer, when Jum'ah pray time, I and him intend to go there. So we go inside. My friend already said before like, we don't need to go inside. I think is that fine that we join this mosque? I think that's fine. This mosque is welcome for Muslim.
Yeah.
Anyway, right? And then we join that, and then we like the tourist things. So we just record many things and then go around that. And when we wanna back to or out of the mosque, we see there is like warning, no trespassing. This area under video surveillance 24 hours.
Okay.
The prosecutor will be prosecuted. I and him really scared at the time. So we run to our hotel. When we come back to our hotel, we met 2 police. They sat in the lobby and then asked me, how are you? That question really terrifying for me. My friends say like, I'm scared. They say that many times, multiple times, and I also really scared, but it's just only in my heart. And I say, we just go around this hotel and then many places. It's really beautiful. Oh, good for you, the policeman say. And after that, they just ignore us, and we just feel like, oh, okay, that's fine. Finally, we talk to the committee, and committee say, yeah, that is fine. Then she told about the background why that is happening, because in that place somehow there is racism is real. You know, people like Islamofobia is real, right?
Okay.
So somehow people being trespassing and just like broke everything around, like broke the glass, take the Quran, and something like that. So there's why there is a video surveillance. That is why they have the warning. but we are Muslim. We don't have that intention. We just want to see the mosque, the place for us to have to do the prayer, right? And then that's why I start to know about that. So basically, it's quite hard because like the schedule is not for friendly for our pray time. So it is depend on us. So we need to have a strong iman as well to do it. In any situations, you might pray in the street, you might pray in anywhere, but there's I mean like the mandatory things that we need to do. So yeah, I learned a lot from
So,
that opportunity.
so if we want to do worship in mosque, we need to ask for the permission.
Yeah, I asked that about it, and he said that actually that is fine as long as you are not, uh, I mean, like destroy anything, the property and stuff. So it is only warning for the others that have other evil intentions. So that's it.
Okay. So beside that, do you face any like culture shock when you were there?
Mm.
Like how to say the the United States is a freedom country and
Mm.
we can do everything what we want. So do you face any like culture shock when you were there?
Yeah. So many. One of it like our habit, like when we meet people, we shake hand, right? Shake hand. When we meet the elders, we shake hand and respect, something like that. But I face a lot of times where I'm trying to put my hand in front of me and just being ignored by someone, just pass it and like, okay. And then I feel like, yeah, toss, and then also ignore again. And then I think I asked for my son and said it is common when they don't want to talk to you, something like that. In our country, even we are not know, maybe somehow us will toss it or will shake hand of it, right? But I feel like I cannot be that genuine as that, because like somehow it might different the perceptions of shake hand from me and them. So of course, yeah, and also it's really cool in United States. I mean, like really cold. I was there in spring and summer. So in spring it's just like winter. So there's four season, right? There is a winter, spring, summer, and fall. So I'm around 0 to 6 Celsius. It's really cold. So there is my adaptability in the weather stuff. So because of that, they might have different cultures, where at that moment people maybe like looking for one pair, something like that. But because I don't know about it, so I'm just going somewhere that is windy and so cold, something like that. So yeah, it's just like an adaptation things.
Okay. Okay, I forgot to ask you something about the program actually.
Mm.
Uh, what kind of issue that is how to say eligible when we bring for the program, because we need to we need to write essay and we need to put the issue, what kind of the issue that eligible
Mm.
to apply for the program.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yes, actually, every issue is a mirror. So, but the thing is, you can just justify why your issue is so much urgent, because there are so many issues in the world. SDGs there is 17 something, right?
Yeah.
And then each one of SDGs have a lot of issue as well. So you need to make sure that you have one specific issue, and you need to justify why is it really matter to your home country, to your
Okay.
home area. And as long as you can deliver it, you can be accepted, because we are in different issue. Somehow of us in the aerospace issue and satellite things, in the blue economy, something like that, and also agriculture and stuff. So yeah, it's quite various. So
So
that's fine, any issue.
every issue is matter.
Yeah.
Okay. So like do you face the difference in the society in America after the program the policy of Trump affecting the
Mm.
society in America, because there is very popular and very famous in our country in Indonesia about the program, the Trump's policy. So, do that affect the American society?
Yeah. Actually, because that's my first time in United States, so that I cannot compare it
Yeah.
into this political tension, and also the past because I never been there before. But what I felt in United States, I see many protests in many Ivy League university. Not only Ivy League, even just in the university. In my campus also, I can see the Palestinian protests. I mean, like there are many students try to advocate about the right of Palestinians, and also in Brown, in Princeton, Harvard, many universities. So that's what I felt that I can see. But for the others, I can't say because like yeah, that's my first time. So I think that's how United States supposed to
Yeah.
looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I think after this podcast, many people don't still afraid. How to say? Don't want to apply for the international program, I guess. But can you like to interact the audience? Could you tell the benefits, all the benefits
Oh,
you
okay.
gain
Okay.
for in joining this program? So the audience might think second time to apply this kind of program.
Okay.
Yeah.
Before come to privilege, I just want to extend
Yeah.
your issue questions
Yeah.
because as for instance, like in Laos or in Vietnam and many countries, there is disarmament issue.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
What is it like landfill?
Landmines.
Landmines.
Landmines, cluster
Yeah,
munition. Yeah.
there's a very specific, right? So so the issue is so different, and many areas maybe landmine issue we don't have it, right?
Yeah,
So if you
Indonesia.
have a specific issue, especially in Aceh, because we are really different by the others regions here, right?
Religion and conflict issue.
Religion, conflict issue, and also the canon regulation, something like that. You try to learn it and deep dive about it. It will be really specific, and that's pretty clear why you, because your issue is specific and is only in your home area. So there's a strong one.
Yeah.
So if you want to have a strong issue, I mean like the competitive issues, you might have to learn more about your area and have uniqueness about it. I just want to extend a bit about that.
Yeah.
And then come to benefit. Like I said, the first, you are not only learn from the Southeast Asia's country, you learn from United States. Not only that, you will meet a lot of people from different countries in Europe, in Australia, and etc. Because the international ratio in United States is really high, right? In New York, there is an event that we made there, and we can see many people that I even don't know what the country name is. I mean, like he says this country, I don't know about it. Maybe because of I still lack of the knowledge about it, but it's really rare. So that's why you will meet a lot of friends, and also you will meet many disabled friends as well. It's about inclusion, right?
Yeah.
You will be empathized into many condition, blind, deaf, and etc. And you will not only hear it, or you will live with them. And live with them is really different compared to just interact. Just one time interact is quite different when you live with him or her in the room, in your daily activity. It's really different. So you will learn it. And then we visit 9 states in United States. So from the Washington, this is the government stuff, New York, New Jersey, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and many countries. Each country and each city has different vibes. So if you really want to learn United States in a short time, you feel that's kind of experience in rural area and the cities, YSEALI is perfect fit for you, for anyone. So it's really perfect fit, right?
Yeah.
And then the other is one more thing is the alumni network benefit. So when you are a part of YSEALI and you graduate, you will be US Alumni Network. And then US Alumni Network is one of the most beneficial network as well.
Prestigious.
Prestigious one, because yeah, you meet a lot of incredible people you are networking with someone that is expert in their field and it's also supporting your career advancement in the future. So that's why apply it.
Okay, maybe the last question: what message would you give to the youngster from Achenese or from Indonesianese who want to apply for the international program? Could you give the advice or message for them? Yeah.
Yeah. Because and this is not only for United States, for any countries that you want to visit in Europe or anything. Nowadays we have a technology, we have an AI and stuff, and it really support you when you know how to maximize it. For instance, you can just prompt in AI and asking like, I want to, this is my condition and I want to apply the scholarship that is like this, and then if you tell the criteria, they will provide it, because it is so many of it, right? In Europe, like I say, in United States, also in Australia and many countries. So you can maximize the tool of technology so that it will support you. And then secondly, also like I said before, do not feel inferior about yourself because you come from the poor areas, or maybe you have your own challenge. A challenge is uniqueness. You are only you. I mean, like, you are unique compared to anyone's, right? So if you want to sell the uniqueness, the thing is that you should understand about yourself, because the deeper you understand about yourself, the more you know your uniqueness. And that uniqueness, when you show it to anyone, it will color you to the world. And that is how the many program, like in Harvard, is what the experience. I come to Harvard and see change makers. They put it when you go inside, they put it above you. And the change maker that they mean is that someone who aware about himself, know about himself or herself, and also try to solve the challenge. So that is change makers. So the change makers, before you try to support the others or helping the others or know the challenge of around you, you should know yourself first. So I think that's pretty much essential advice from my mentor as well, because when I figure out about myself more about it, it's pretty much easier for me to communicate with others when they ask, what is your weakness? What is your strength? Yeah, it's this common question in the scholarship, right?
Yeah.
We can easily answer it when we have to answer, when we know about ourselves more. So that's it. I think my talk about it. I'm not really agree with someone say, if I can, you can, because everyone is different. The challenge is different. Even so, I agree that if I can in my way and you also can in your way, you might also can in your way. But if you fail, it doesn't mean that it is over. A failure is a learning opportunity. I come here because I learned from my mistake. You can say like I'm accepted in 3 scholarship, but I being rejected over 10 of it.
Okay.
So that it means that it's just about the numbers. It's just about just try multiple times, and when you succeed in one, you will learn a lot. But when you fail, you will also learn.
Okay, actually, the failure is achievement.
Yeah,
right?
that's
Because
right.
we have done something, so it's an achievement.
Yeah.
So thank you for your time, Rizky. We are very grateful having you here.
Thank you so much, bro.
And I think your experience is very insightful. So thank you, Rizky, for your time.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Jika video ini bermanfaat untuk Anda, silahkan subscribe, like, dan nyalakan loncengnya.